Hey everyone, Draco Magnius here for another episode of Let's Play Ni no Kuni. In the last episode, we got Swaine in our party. Well, I mean, that's really summing up. We did technically a side quest, and then we got Swaine on our party after we restored his restraint. In this episode, we're going to use his abilities to get ourselves the green chests that we've been passing up. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk to this guy. Today also, I feel there is a bountiful haul in store for me. Oh, never mind. I thought it was that guy. Turns out it's, one of these guys, I think. This guy? Men of the sea must not whine and complain. They must be strong and steadfast. But goodness, is it hot. Nope, not you either. Well, it says one of the people here has something. It hurts me not! Are you alright? Oh, yes, I'm fine. I tripped over the decking, grazed my knee, but it hurts me not! You sure about that, Mun? Looks pretty flippin' painful to me. Yeah, it looks pretty bad. Most kids would be crying their eyes out right now. Then perhaps I'm unlike most children. Father told me that boys do not cry, and so I promised him that I never would. So you're holding it all in, huh? To keep your promise, I mean. Tell you what, Ollie boy, this lad's heart is brimming with restraint. Look at your locket, all aglow. Gee, you're right. Say, would you mind helping us out with something? You require my help? Certainly, yes. But what do you wish for me to do? Oh, you don't have to do anything. We just want to borrow some of your restraint. My restraint? I don't understand completely. But it sounds fun, I suppose. Please, go ahead. Thanks, this will really help out. Well, let's take his restraint. Good, because I think we need a nice cup of restraint. The power to resist the demon of temptation. The teal fist of restraint. You know, my knee feels better. I think perhaps it was that spell you cast. Not really, but if that's what you want to believe, okay. Alright, so, before we get going on our green chest escapades, there is one more thing that we have to do. And, I mean, I have to head towards the entrance of town anyway to find the first green chest. So let's talk to this lady. My purses are nearly empty, and yet there's so much more I wish to buy. I simply must have the very latest bathing suits. Why must I be denied? Gee, you sure seem to like shopping. Oh, look at that! It's perfect! Simply too perfect! I must have it! Oh, and that one also! Flippin' heck, Mun, she's not even noticed us! She just can't stop ogling that peddler's wares, looks like. Miss? Excuse me, miss, are you sure it's a good idea to be buying all those things? Only, you mentioned you didn't have that much left in your purse, I mean. Please do not get in my way! There's so much that I need to buy! You don't have to buy it all right now, though. Maybe you should save up a little first. Do not trouble me with such petty concerns! I do have to buy it all immediately! I want it! Do you not see? Sounds to me like this girl's in need of a dollop of restraint, Ollie boy! Hadn't we better do something? Wow, I'm actually impressed. I didn't think I needed it this soon, that restraint, but dang. Yeah, she can't keep spending her money like that. Tidy! Let's find her the restraint she's missing then, innit? Look sharp, Ollie boy! Cast Give Heart and lend this girl some restraint before the demon debt gets her. You, take this restraint before you end up with no house. Whatever am I? What's going on here? Phew! Looks like she's back to normal. Was it you who put an end to my compulsion? That's right, Drippy Lord, High Lord of the Fairies, at your service. Mr. Drippy, this isn't the time to be showing off. I dread to think what would have become of me had I continued my relentless shopping. Please, accept this. A small token of my thanks. Ooh, 5 salted ice creams. Thank you very much. Woman from Castaway Cove can't help spending all her money on swimsuits, though she's already had quite enough. Alright. Oh, the reason I opened this up, I did some shopping off screen. I got Angelus this iron axe. We got Wrath the rubber robe, and we got Go-Go a rubber robe as well. Let's see. This is what we had on before, right? One of these? Let's see. It was 79 and 55. It would go up to... Huh. It would go up 9. And down 4. Huh. The flame robe I had on was actually better. But at the same time, I mean... Well, hang on, let's see. It was 6 and 9 versus 10. But this has the water resistant, and we're going to be going on the ocean soon anyway, and Chloroboros is weak to water. So it makes sense for him to have that. I mean, I might not throw it Wrath out as much, but still, my point remains valid. Okay, now to find this first green treasure chests. Well, chest, not chests. Chest. Before we get started with that, I think I need... Oh yeah, there it is. It's over there. Before we get started, like, too deeply, I want to mention that I'm going to cut in and out, showing you where the chests are and giving you, like, an explanation of where we are in relation to everything. Opening the map and that sort of thing. Bink! Carnation cake. I will take. Okay. So, seeing as how that's the method we're going to go with, I am going to be right back as we have our next locale. See you all in just a moment. Alright, our first battle with Swaine. And his familiars got a lot of levels. And so did Wrath. He got a level. Not bad. Some pretty good gains on Babs. Not too fond of the 666 running from attack to accuracy, but whatever. How'd Spooky do? Pretty nice. Okay, more levels. Before we move on, I didn't correct something that I said in the previous episode. I said that Swaine had Minima as one of the familiars that he can have. I was incorrect. I looked closer at the symbol. It is actually a Machina familiar that he's good at. He's good with Beast, Machina, and Morty. I think it's Morty, something like that. The dead ones. Another battle, some more levels. Ooh, Sour Sunday. I really do hate how these freaking hullaballoons attack me on this mountain. There's no way I can go around them, and they force themselves upon me. Anyway. Oh, hey, smash it! That reminds me, I never looked at Belly Burst for Banana Joe. I'll do that once we're actually on screen after the green chests. Alright. 3 levels. Not bad. Could be better. Alright, second chest on our list is on Old Smoky. You're gonna want to go from the entrance all the way to the second waypoint into this left spot here. Side note. I forgot to mention that before you do this, there's actually a spell that I probably should have gotten before going on this quest of mine, but you know what? I'm okay with not getting it. It was a dumb move of me, I'll admit, and if you're gonna go green treasure chest hunting, I would recommend you hold off. Maybe save this episode to the side if you're playing along, wait till after a certain point that's going to happen in the actual Let's Play in the next episode, and then come back to this one to find all the green treasure chests. I'm just throwing that out there. You don't have to. You can do what I'm doing and have to walk from here back, but there's a spell we're getting soon that'll allow us to leave immediately. But enough stalling.
Stand back.
Time to see what we got. Pixidoo! Alright, now we're cutting this here, and I'll meet you at the next spot. Alright, level for Spooky. It's alright. Alright, Babs got a level. Oh, and she learned Fling Flame. Very nice. No levels this time. Oh well. Alright, Spooky got that level. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. This is the spot in Al-Mamoon where you need to be standing, near the plaza but not quite in it. Now, if we look up, you'll see the green chest right there. For some Ruby Ripple ice cream. Alright, and now we move on to chest number 4. I'll see you in just a moment. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, you can actually see the chest from right here. Well, I focused on it, so it's not that hard. You're going to go to the second set of mushrooms in the Golden Grove from where we enter from Shimmering Sands. There's the entrance there. And this is our current location. Now, let's see what this chest hides. Oops, went a little too far to the right. Bing. Some fairy chocolate, the third tier of treats of chocolate. Alright, now we move on to chest number 5. Alright, and here it is. It's in an area that we didn't really ever well, I didn't ever really show you. If you go back here before we get that chest, there are these 3 different pots, and I think they each have a different chance of spawning something. You can also get to this area from where the Swift Solutions is, or there's just, you know, this easy peasy path right here. But now let's see what we get.
Ready?
Oop, shot right past it. And gotcha! Oh, some nice slices of see-through pie. Alright, now I think the next chest is going to be the last one. Yeah, I think so. Right? Yeah. Okay. So I'll meet you there. That fight was more my fault. I wasn't paying attention to where I was going, and I ran face first into a Naga. The experience and gold I get here are not worth my time. Keep in mind that dangler fish will run right at you in this particular dungeon. Another thing to keep in mind is, do not attack danglerfish with magic. Your allies are going to hit them and kill them in one shot before you get to set it off. Like I did twice. Hey guys, remember this chest? If not, this is the location on the map in the Ding Dong Well where it's found. It's near the end, so for this particular one, you're not going to need that spell that I mentioned earlier. I mean, I guess you could still use it, but I mean, if you go where the end of the dungeon is, there's the warp there anyway, so yeah. But anyway, let's see what we got.
Here.
Oops, passed it. Come on, a little closer. There it is. Water bomb! Now, it occurs to me that I actually never mentioned what the gems did, just, oh, hey, now I can explain them. So allow me to elaborate on what exactly a gem is and does. To use them, you would go to the creature cage, and these are basically like TMs in Pokemon. They teach a trick to a specific familiar that you want as long as they're capable of learning it. Now, I'm curious, are you capable of learning Water Bomb? You are not. Damn. Is any one of those familiars I have? Sakura? Oh well, it was worth a shot. And I mean, we already have Fling Flame, so I don't really need to give anyone the Fling Flame one. I guess I'll hold the Water Bomb. Which reminds me, I did give Gunther the woodcutter axe that Angelus was holding. Figured that'd be a good idea, because he didn't have a weapon. Babs now knows Fling Flame instead of Ear Splitter, because I figured it'd be good for her to have an elemental attack. I kept Spooky the way he was. I liked Sabotage over Smash Hit. But on Banana Joe, I believe I replaced Sand Blast with Belly Buster, because it's a pretty good physical move. At least I think it is, anyway. Did I change anything else now that I'm thinking about it? No, everything else looks the same. Alright. Well, we have one last thing I want to do before we either end this episode or move on. I'm not sure based on time. I think I might end the episode, but this might be short, but we'll have to see. I would like to see Father Oak since we're in the neighborhood. Quick note to anyone who's playing along. If you didn't get any particular familiars in the areas that we've been visiting, or well, revisiting I should say, now would be an excellent time to get them. Keep in mind the familiars that you can find in certain areas. In the Ding Dong Well that we are currently in, you can find Nagas, Rabots, the Dangler Fish near the end with the, I believe they're called Bubble? Something like that. The flower one. It would have been impressive if I remembered every single enemy that was in here, but I can't. I know Tadley-Winks are in here. I know that for a fact. But anyway, I'll meet you at Old Father Oak. Alright, and here he is. Before we talk to Old Father Oak, I realized something off screen. I never equipped the Shadow Glass knife to Succor it, which was a good idea because, let's see, I think he was using the Candle Cutter. The Shadow Glass knife is better than Candle Cutter in legitimately every single way. Every stat is a gain. It doesn't have the fire typing on it, but to be fair, we are going to be traveling on the ocean, so fire isn't exactly going to be a high-quality commodity. Now, contradictory to what I just said, I did give Spooky the Burning Blade because he was using Bone Blade, and I mean, there was no real downside to the Burning Blade except for the fire element. And the only stronger blades I have are fire elemental blades anyway, so it just made more sense in the long run. Let's see that. Hold on. He's at 44. That gives him +5 to that. He goes down 2 there, but he gains... Actually, Candle Cutter might be the better move. That'd be 1, 2... Well, actually, 1... 8. 8 to magical attack. Accuracy goes up 4, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 12 added points. Yeah, I should give him the Candle Cutter over the Burning Blade. Burning Blade's not that great by comparison now that I look at it. Alright. Well, I'm glad we did that. Also, off screen, I got some Giant's Teeth from Ding Dong Dell. And I gave 2 to Babs, 1 to Gunther, so now we are almost fully equipped, I should say. Because Gunther still doesn't have a helmet, but once he gets that helmet, he will be fully equipped. So, we're almost fully equipped. But enough stalling, let's talk to Old Father Oak. We've been standing in front of him now for quite some time. Hello, Old Father Oak. Oh ho, here you are again. How very nice to see you. And how goes your journey, Tell me all about it. Oh, so it was Shadar who caused Old Smoky to erupt? It sure was. And then a monster made of magma came out of the lava and... It did as well! Proper terrifying it was! Not that we were scared like. Bashed the beastie into submission and saved the day, we did! Not bad, your leafy ship? Oh ho ho ho! Well, now confidence is certainly not a bad thing, but do remember that pride comes before the fall, won't you? Your journey is a dangerous one, and life is fragile. I see I shall have to give you something to help protect yourselves in battle. You rock, Father Oak. Don't let anyone ever tell you otherwise. You are a good tree person. I mean, I don't know what else I would classify you as. I was gonna say a good man, but you're not really a man, you're a tree. And I don't know what the proper term for a flora person is, so I went with tree person. May you overcome every hardship that faces you, and may you never give up. Is there any... I mean, we just mentioned the volcano. We didn't mention meeting up with Swaine or anything. I have every faith in your ability. Now go forth and continue your adventure. Just remember not to get carried away, especially you, Fairy. No comment on that, Mr. Drippy? Actually, you know what? Let's see. My video's like 51 minutes without cuts. I do have a lot to cut, though. So, you know what? I think this is a proper length video. We're going to end this here. In the next episode, we'll finally get on the, I forget if we got the name for the ship, but we're going to go on Sinbad's ship and go on our way to Hamlin. Actually, we're going to do some bounty hunts, but, I mean, eventually we'll get to Hamlin. See you guys then.